Welcome back to 5 Elements Tactical, self-defense, home defense, prepping, and survival. Today we're looking at this trailer hitch mount hammock stand. It's made by Adventure Hammock Systems, and I went with get it right, it's the bare bones hammock mount. It was the cheapest one on their site. They had some really cool extendable arms, but it was a bit more money. I'm a bit on the working hard to budget my money lately, keep my debt down and my savings up. But my wife asked me what I wanted for my birthday, which falls right around Father's Day. So it was kind of a birthday, Father's Day present. And we're going to get after it right now. Stay with me. What's up, warriors? This is Kiyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training, here to share with you some warrior skills and drills that anyone can learn and everyone should know. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and thanks for stopping by. If you already follow us on social media and that's how you found your way over to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button and a little thing where it says all notifications, so YouTube will let you know when the next video drops, and you get all sorts of cool content from here as well. All right, so check this out. Inside the box is the main thing. And this goes into the trailer hitch, which I'll lock in a second. I have this trailer hitch locking pin, whatever. It's got a lock and a key. I use it primarily in the winter to, I have I guess it's for moving like wheelchairs or those motorized wheelchairs. I use it for moving my snowblower around. When I get a big snowstorm, I slide this thing in. When winter hits, hopefully I'll make a video. I'll show you how I do that. But it slides into the 2-inch trailer hitch receiver. This locking pin goes in. I set it up once already, and the hardest thing, if you ask me, was getting this thing in real quick, is because I have a trailer hitch light thing, which I never use, but it's in the way. Open this, find the hole, slides through, easy peasy, in, locked. I'm going to leave the key in for now. It comes with, the bare bones I had a couple of options. So I went with the one that was powder coated just because I thought it looked nicer. They had like a regular aluminum one. It came with this bag, Velcro to hold this thing in place, and these clamps. The clamps are pretty cool. You ready how fast this goes? Check this out. 1, 2, come on. Arm. And that's it. That's the whole thing. Now, I have I got this also. I love Dave Canterbury and the Pathfinder School and Self-Reliance Outfitters. I watch these guys like durability test. They take products, they make them better, and before they release them to the public, they have Dave, all the instructors at the Pathfinder School, a handful of their, buddies, hey, test this out, try this out, check this out, and they work on the prototypes before they release them, and they're just great, man. Everything they do, they train hard. They love to use their gear, and I've never gotten anything from Self-Reliance Outfitters that didn't just like rock. So this is their hammock. Again, so the Adventure Hammock Systems, they had a different one. I went with this one. Ready for this? Clips on one end. Pull it through, feed it through. It came with a, this hammock did come with a Ridgeline. I went with a different one that was a little bit shorter, and that I'll just leave in this bag just for this hammock. Now, you ready for this? Before I set up the Ridgeline, I was like, man, am I going to be able to open and get into my truck with, with the hammock there? Awesome. Awesome. And it gets better. I'll show you in a moment. But opens, closes, doesn't hit the mount at all, doesn't hit the hammock by itself at all. All right, so check this out. It's got the bug net already built into it. Get in here. That's comfy. Now if I get in it on an angle too, head up on one side, feet on the other, plenty of room. Check this out. All right. So I bought a tarp to go with it too, that I could strap to my luggage rack up top. And the Ridgeline is really supposed to be higher than these 2 points here. But I cut a Ridgeline out of, I used some paracord, and then I made some Prusik loops, or Prusik knots, Prusik, I never know how to say that, and put it on there. And I checked it out with the tarp also, but I didn't have anywhere to stake it out because I'm in my driveway, and right behind the camera is my garage. So I did test it out. I checked it out if I looped it on a diagonal from the luggage rack over this with it open, which I don't know if I would leave it open, bugs and all the nonsense in my car. But otherwise, I mean, this is pretty cool. I'll show it to you with the Ridgeline. So now again, the Ridgeline I made, it was a little bit stronger paracord than the hammock came with. It's a quick deploy. I got a video on this. There's a million videos out there on it. Just clip it onto the, I'm sure I could run it elsewhere, but I just put it on the carabiner. Goes to the other end, feeds through the other loop. Again, there's a million videos out there on this. Okay, then what I did was, now again, I know that really your Ridgeline on a hammock should be higher. I put a couple S-beaners. I'm big on those. Here's one Prusik loop. What's up? Prusik loop. Slide it out. It bites into the end of there. My other Prusik loop's on this end. I take my other S-beaner, feed it in here, slide it out to this side, and you can adjust it as you need to. The cool thing about Prusik loops is they bite into the paracord. It's a thinner tarred line. Again, watch the video on it, but if you want to adjust it, you slide it along. Again, I'm almost talking here to make this video longer, but check it out. So I got my Ridgeline. I got my bug net attached to it. Boom. I love it. I love it. I love it. My biggest concern about getting this thing was I going to be able to open and close my hitch, my hatch, door, whatever, on my truck, and it opens and closes no problem. Again, if you were going to put a Ridgeline up, you would usually put it significantly higher than where you're attaching your hammock to. So again, it takes a lot of the slack out and makes this way higher and way more comfortable so that the net doesn't hang on your face. But this is a home run, man. So watch how fast it comes down too. I break this one down, break this one down. I slide out my Prusiks, take out my trucker's hitch, take down my Ridgeline, hank it up. So my wife was like, where are you going to use this thing? When are you going to use this thing? How are you going to use this thing? And it's funny, is I just taught at my police job, I was teaching at the range, which that's always a fun day, 3 days. I taught 3 days at the range, and when everybody else went out on meal for, an hour or whatever they got for meal, I work a lot, so I don't get enough sleep, so I was sleeping in my car. I had the AC running and all, but I'm like, man, it was so nice and peaceful down there. It's a wooded area, it's nice and comfy and quiet, and I said, man, if I had this hammock thing, I would have been sleeping in it. From here, we take it, stuffs and stows right into the pouch. When I stow it into the pouch, what I'm doing is I'm putting the part I'm going to end with in first. So it'll be the last thing to come out of the pouch, if that makes sense. Work my way across. This way, if you're setting up, let's say in the rain, you don't have to lay out the whole hammock and get everything all wet and dirty in the mud or whatever. Just stuff it, stuff it, stuff it, stuff it, stuff it, stuff it. Till we get to this side, unhook, that's going to go in last. So I put the Ridgeline, I'm using with only this in here, and if I was hanging the hammock from something other than this stand, the hammock, I forget what it cost on at Reliance Outfitters, check it out. All their stuff is reasonably priced, but it came with these straps that go around a tree. So again, that would be the first thing I would hang up before I would hang the hammock if I wasn't going to use this rack. Okay. Cool thing with this, everything's in there. Again, those guys at Reliance Outfitters think of everything, man. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get any free stuff from them. I'm just like, I'm a fan because, again, how much work and effort they put into making and creating and testing out their gear. I even bought the tarp that goes over the top if you were doing this from the trees and you were sleeping out, camping on a tarp, on a hammock, under a tarp. Comes with 1,000,000 grommets. I've had so many other tarps that I use, and there's never enough attachment points. So with this thing, you can make a bunch of different tent shelters and tarp shelters and tents using a tarp. All right, so when I break this down, what I do is these pieces come out first. Now these are a little bit thinner than these other poles, so 2 of the clamps, the points on here are a little bit closer together. So you make sure you put those in. Thicker one. The only thing is that the hitch part doesn't fit in the bag. If it does, I don't know how to make it fit in there. I think it'd be too heavy. Maybe you're supposed to. If anybody else has this thing, let me know. I'm curious. But that's it. And I guess you just Velcro this thing to make sure that they don't, slip apart. It's right in the bag, so it doesn't rattle around too bad. I told you the hardest part of this whole thing, for me anyway, is getting this thing in and out. Done. Boom. Put that in there for later. Zip this up. And away we go. But I got a late start today, so the sun's going down. I'm rushing kind of quick, and if I was trying to rush to get my camp going in the rain, that's how fast it would go. If I was trying to bust it down and get out before the rain came, that's how fast it would go. So again, if you have this or another system and you do it a little bit different or a little bit faster or easier, tips, tricks, hacks, whatever, let me know. I'm sweating because it is like 1,000,000 degrees today and like 400% humidity. But again, if you got any comments, always put them below about the hammock setup, the hitch setup, any of those things. I'm always interested. I learn more from the comments and reviews that I get than what I teach you guys, I think. Well, if you made it this far and you like what I'm teaching and preaching, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like this video. If you're loving it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you got to have it, make sure you hit the bell notification button and the little thing where it says all notifications so YouTube will let you know when the next video drops. If you're really digging it and you want more, you can find me on all social media platforms at 5 Elements Tactical. That's all I got for now, Warriors. So until our paths cross again, pray for the best, prepare for the rest. I'm Kiyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training. Thanks for watching.